It's recording? Okay.
Testing.
No, my mouth is full.
Well, we can always cut this off.
No, we're gonna keep it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Alright, everybody, welcome to Quality Anime Cast, otherwise known as Quack. And it is me, Honey, joined with
Say it like
Daddy.
a duck.
Quack, quack,
Say it more like a duck.
quack.
Do it.
It's rabbit season.
It's duck season.
I'm joined here with Daddy.
Quack!
That's Daddy. He's a duck.
I'm a duck.
Yep.
Please don't leave us. Anywho, my name's Daddy, or Oni-san, or OJ-san, or
OJ.
Father, or
Did you just say
or
that?
Papa. Old man. Old Japanese boy and father Japanese boy are basically the same. And this is Honey.
That's me. I'm Honey. I don't know if you mentioned it in our very first podcast, but we have a daddy-dom relationship, right?
Nope, we don't.
Yeah, we
I'm
do.
not a freak.
Mm-hmm. Freak on a leash by Corn.
I only bought you, what, today? A shark?
Oh my god, I got the stuffed shark. We went to IKEA, and my system of not buying things is by like holding it around the entire store. And I was holding this shark around the store the whole time, and then it was only $14, so Daddy bought it for me. And I
We
loved
went
it.
on a series of tours where we went from store to store, buying things, and all the while she was holding this stuffed toy,
Yeah,
and
pretty
all
much.
these men were looking at me weird.
I brought it to like Walmart. I brought it to Home Goods, and I brought it to Trader Joe's. Just carrying it around.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It really fulfilled my perverted side.
But anyway, so today, last time we talked straight up about hentai, and today Daddy wanted to do something different. What was that?
I wanted to find out what got you into hentai to begin with.
Okay, what got me into hentai? So actually, I wasn't really into hentai. I didn't really care about it. Like honestly, I didn't know about like pornography. So on YouTube, I would watch like these fighting games where like there's this tentacle character guy, and he would like start like kind of like making that girl character go
No, do that
But-
again. No, one more time.
No.
Just, hey, the viewers want it. Okay, fine.
But so my first hentai actually was when me and my friend, we would just be on the internet all the time, and then her friend sent her a link to Kim Kardashian's porn video,
Perfect.
and then sent her a link to a hentai, and it's called Hatsu Inu, called A Strange Woman. And I thought the story was really interesting, and I don't know when I started to actually just watch and read hentai all the time, but I think it was just definitely around senior year of high school or even freshman year of college. Like I actually didn't really care much about it.
Oh, you lie. You lie. What was that one, Bon Bon Paradise?
Bon Bon Paradise. Oh no, see that's the thing. I wasn't into hentai. I was into playing shit flash hentai games.
We're
I loved
talking about
playing
the
sex
very
games. I didn't
deep-
care about hentai. I would read.
deep
I go on my
positive
sexy fuck
things.
games. Like my sex games, sexy
Yeah.
fuck games. I don't know, but
Okay.
I would just play these stupid hentai games.
Well,
like
explain
meat
these
fucks.
old shitty games.
So they'd be like meat
Oh,
and fuck
that's
games.
censored.
Meat and fuck games, and there was this one called Pleasure Bon Bon.
Pleasure Bon Bon. Explain
was-
the whole context
It
of
was
Pleasure
someone
Bon
made a
Bon.
flash game of someone's really like well-written furry webtoon. like,
Well-written?
porn. Yeah, well written,
Honey.
but it was pretty fucking good. Like you do all that work yourself. I'm gonna send you the link. It's called like Pleasure Bon Bon.
Yeah, it
Island.
was one
and like
person.
I'm not into furry shit, and when I was a kid, I wasn't like into furry shit either. But it was just like very interesting, and I like the art. You know, this is like DeviantArt shit. You know,
All right,
that-
boys
that-
and girls, I'm going to explain Pleasure Bon Bon in
So,
two
Daddy,
words.
Daddy, when did you get into furry porn?
Victorian furry is Pleasure Bon Bon. Also, by the way, as a challenge to myself, I fapped to it. It
Tried.
took me 4 hours to actually honk my pud. That is the world's hardest fucking thing to fap to. It's just,
For him.
that's another conversation to have. Honey,
I wasn't even talking about that. I was just talking about it being a furry thing, and you're not into furries, so
Pleasure Bon Bon could have not been your first experience. There had to be one before that.
I don't remember honestly.
How
Like,
can
I
a
just
young
played sex games all
middle
the time.
school girl just get into Pleasure Bon Bon? You said that you got into this kind of stuff around middle school.
Because I think I saw the animation, the anime games of it, and I was like, oh, I really like the animation of this. Like, I was into furry stuff, but I thought it was really good, like, well animated. It was, like, one of the best, like, Flash games of, like, that was sexual that existed. And this was, like, a fan-made thing, or, like, someone just made this. So I was like, oh, I want more of this. And then I found the webcomic, and I'm like, oh, shit, dog, that's hella tight.
Yeah, dog, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
think
wasn't really into hentai. I don't even know how I got into hentai currently. Like, I know a lot more hentai than Daddy, but I definitely didn't read as much he did throughout my lifetime. Like, I mean, I read, like, more than he did, but I definitely started a lot later than he did.
I dabbled on and off. So my upbringing is pretty much typical Christian. Not to knock any Christians out there, but my family, my mom and my dad were kind of a bit, well, particularly my dad, oppressive. So, I don't know, I didn't have as much access to the internet as most individuals until I was in college, and I made a bunch of friends who actually introduced me to anime, and, you know, it's just really cool stuff. GTO, Gurren Lagann, what else? Code Geass. But as you will probably have noticed in Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, and GTO, you know, it's like, it's not drenched in smut, but it was pretty much drenched for me because I was so repressed, and it made me want to, you know, explore a little bit more because I was quite curious. And that's kind of how I stumbled on hentai when I just did a few, you know, keyword searches on the internet. It's kind of lame. I know it kind of sounds stupid, but I mean, like, the point is that I stumbled on hentai just out of my own curiosity. But I think the one that stuck with me at the very beginning is a really good one. I find it kind of funny that it was one of the first hentai that I read. It's My Lovely Ghost Kana. I really enjoyed that one. Long story short, you give me this looks like I'm talking too much.
Daddy loves to talk.
He sure does when lecturing a little baby girl. Long story short, guy moves into an apartment, meets a ghost, and fucks her. Okay? And they develop a wonderful relationship. I'm done!
Okay, alright. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, hold on.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, Daddy.
That was a nice little fuck that we had, didn't we?
Oh my god. Okay, so now on to the next question. I got a question for you, Daddy. So, why do you not like NTR? Or like, basically, why do you not like NTR?
This is really lame. You're kind of bringing out some shit here. I really don't...
We didn't go through these questions at all. I literally just came up with this question too.
This is rather spontaneous. It's a previous relationship before you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's when I read a lot of NTR, a lot of the more common themes about NTR, which is some woman fucking another man, typically, it kind of incites a few things from my past. But something that I will say about NTR is that I find NTR these days to be a bit weak, because NTR is not meant to be, just cuck shit. It's meant to, the true definition of netarare, I'm not too sure. I'm not a Japanese person. NTR is meant to incite rage in the reader.
You're drunk.
I drink beer before the podcast. The point is, NTR is supposed to incite rage in the reader. So,
yeah,
I kind of stumbled there. Why did you bring up NTR to begin with? Why?
I don't know. I just had a question. Like, it's easy to ask you, Daddy. Why do you like vanilla? It's an easy.
Oh,
easy...
well, I love vanilla because it soothes my wounds. Okay, look, for all of you fuckboys out there who are pathetic and lame, you gotta admit, vanilla, it feels good on the soul, doesn't it? It feels good on my soul, too. Vanilla Army, join me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, now you know about Daddy's dark past.
Why do you want NTR anyhow?
Because the story's good. I love stories that make you angry and make you feel emotions. Like, I don't like I don't like stories that make you feel sad. Okay, so going to normal manga. I don't know if you guys. Of course, I read normal manga because I am a normal human being who has a daily dose of both hentai and regular manga. Peach
Yeah.
Girl. Peach Girl is one of those classic shoujo stories where it just makes you so pissed off because the main character is she's this good chick, and then everyone shits on her because she's tan, and everyone thinks she's a slut because of Garus, and she isn't even a Garu, she's just tan because she's on the swim team. But her friend's a total bitch cunt. Oh my god, she is the worst. She makes me so angry. Like, I can't read Peach Girl to this day because it just makes me so mad and so upset. But I love it because the story is that good, in my opinion, that it makes me feel those emotions. So I don't actually love NTR or anything like that. But if there's a really good NTR story, then I will fucking read it and I will love it. Like Netarase, or Netararase, whatever it's called. Really good story. Made me really upset and excited and just made me feel a bunch of emotions. So I really like that story.
I will say this about most NTR. NTR. Okay, look, the formula for making a vanilla story is pretty easy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you got a childhood friends and then they fuck.
It's not that difficult, right?
Yeah, that's super simple.
Anyone can make a vanilla story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's basically a feel good.
It's like a Disney princess story.
Yeah, it's like it can't do you wrong. Everyone
hentai
loves
category.
vanilla because it's safe. NTR, I feel like in order to hit a really good story with NTR, it takes a lot of thought. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find that a lot of the NTR hentais out there are really well written compared to vanilla.
Yeah, I was
I'm not saying that vanilla is not well written. It's just so easy to make a vanilla story rather than it is NTR. I find that most people would agree with that. What do you think?
I think so. I'm about to type in artist that actually has a lot of cheating tags on here, and I was just wondering if anyone would tag it as Netararase. I don't know.
There was this one story that combined both of them, and you and I liked it quite a bit. I don't know the name of the story. It's this one Yakuza individual who meets this underage girl.
Under the Blue Moon? Or not?
Is that it?
It's. Yeah, hold a second.
Wait, hold on.
It's on Hentai.
While she's pulling it up, I think the whole premise is that this guy who's running away from the Yakuza finds this one girl, picks her up, and, fucks her. She's like in high school or something.
And it's all more fucked up than that.
Yeah, I know, but it's like a vanilla. But the thing is that because he ran away from the Yakuza chases him, and to teach him a lesson, the Yakuza rapes her, and is super violent. But at the end, the Yakuza let him go out of respect or something? I don't know. It's a very powerful story.
Hold on, I forgot what it's called in English. I think it's the girl and the gangster and something, and like the Blue Moon or whatever.
It really takes you on a ride. You would think that it's a vanilla, but if you keep reading on, it quickly becomes NTR.
Oh my God, no, it is not. It is not obviously vanilla. So it's called.
No, at the beginning it's vanilla.
No.
Really? Then how did it begin?
Hold up. So it's called Shoujo to Gang to. I don't know how to fucking read this. AOI Yoru.
Just give the artist. That's the best way.
It's by Dobato. Dobato. So right away, here, like, look at the cover. Right away, it starts with this little girl dressed up in like a little maid outfit.
Right.
And this isn't little girl like elementary school. That shit's disgusting.
Well, hey.
No, I honestly think that stuff's really bad. Like sometimes the art's really good, but I just feel really bad. Like on Faku, they censor when they say I'm 7 years old, and I'm in 5th grade. They censor that. They censor the thing that says 7 years old.
Really?
Yeah, they censor that.
They do?
Because that's bad. That's gross.
Wait, but they have a shit ton of lolicon shit that's out there.
But when they state that I am 7 years old, they censor that.
Well, I have to reread those. That's interesting.
Yeah, so right away what happens here is, we got this girl being fucked on camera, dressed up in a little maid outfit, and then it pans on to like another scene. So then she gets home, and she's met with a guy, the gangster, with a gun up to her head.
Yeah, edgy.
And right away, her dad's tied up to a chair, and he's trying to get $20 million from this girl. because he's a Yakuza and he owes money, and he spent all of his money on clothes. That's basically what happened. And he thought this girl, that her family's rich because they're living in a nice neighborhood, but actually they're not rich. It's her grandpa who's rich because he has all the money and bought them that house, but they don't have any actual money.
Right.
So, and then this guy, he's just like panicking, freaking out, and she keeps talking, and he says that stop, quit flapping your gums, go plug it up with your dad's dick or something, and it kind of triggers her to start having sex with her dad. These are like trigger words to her because
no, wait, okay, wait,
right, not right away vanilla. She can start sucking.
Wait, listeners,
yeah,
this shit is actually
it is not.
It's
vanilla.
not the worst. But it will definitely Christian you.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta say.
He just starts sucking. She just starts sucking like her dad's dick while he's all tied up to.
Oh God, I remember this. Right. Okay.
Exactly. Then eventually she's like, "No, actually," and he's like, "Man, you're really fucked up." And then he finds out that his dad was the one forcing her sex, and she's like, "Actually, I really want to do that. Like, reverse raping my dad was kind of releasing for me. You know, it was a way for her to gain her own freedom back."
Right.
And then he's like, "Yeah, I gotta run away from the Yakuza," and she's like, "Take me with you," and that's basically what happens.
She's a really fucked up girl.
Yeah, and so what? No, she doesn't. They don't just run away. He still wants the money, and she's like, "Oh, I know how you could get money." She basically ransoms her own grandfather by revealing that the dad's been having sex with her this whole time.
And the grandfather, in true Japanese fashion, doesn't want to smear his reputation, so he gives her the money.
Yeah, he gives her the money, and then they go out and have like a wonderful day in like Tokyo, spending all that money. But that's the money he was supposed to return to the Yakuza.
Right.
And they catch him, and they catch the girl, and then they rape the girl, and then the guy, he has the balls and fucking stands up and takes her, and they just run away, and they just fuck for like hours at this elementary school, at this school that's been closed.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the end of it. Yeah, like he takes, they just both run away together, and they're gonna fuck at this,
What was the name of this hentai one more time?
It's basically the girl, the gangster, and
the artist.
Dobato, Dobato. It's on Hentai.
Dobato.
Yeah. And so, yeah, in the end, they, like, kind of, like, hold themselves into this building, and the police are around them, and they're just, like, yeah, because they've committed... Oh, he pretends to hold her hostage.
Was it you who...
I'm the one who found it.
Yeah?
And, yeah, so then Daddy really liked it, because it was a good story, but then the last couple of chapters weren't released yet, where she got raped, so both of us were really upset. I remember we were, like, in the room together. We were at your brother's house. It was at night, we were reading together. And he was just like, "Oh my God, I don't want to read this." I'm like, "No, it has a happy ending.
I remember you doing that to me. Yes.
And then I was like, "No, it has a happy ending." And in the end, you know who the Yakuza head is? It's his fucking mom. And she's like, "I respect him for having the balls to defy me, and I'm so sorry that we treated you that way."
It's a real roller coaster of a ride. It's just so much ups and downs.
Yeah, it's like not too bad compared to like other stuff I've read.
Yeah,
like it's okay. But it's really good. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's not the best story writing.
Yeah, but it was really good. It's like one of my favorites.
Actually, I think the best story writing that I've ever written was actually something that was posted to a hentai website. It was Faku to begin with before they went published, but it was a non-H, novel. It was the one with the deaf girl.
Oh my God! Everyone loves that one.
Yeah, that's a very popular one. Everyone knows that one.
Hold on. What is it called? Damn it.
Well, while she's searching for that, basically...
Silent Voice? Silent Voice?
Yes, Silent Voice. It was really good. Basically, this boy makes fun of this girl who can't speak because she's deaf.
Silent Voice.
Right. And long story short, after multiple actions, he feels like an asshole, and then they meet again later, and he learned how to speak sign language because he felt so convicted.
Yeah.
And it kind of insinuates at the end that they date. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No. See, that's the thing. It's ongoing.
It's ongoing?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's still going?
Yeah, Dad is so old. Like,
oh, wow.
So it was supposed to be a one-shot. Like, everyone knew it was supposed to be one-shot, but it was just so good. It won awards.
Okay, look. For all of you guys who might make fun of me, I have a very busy schedule. And it's quite a feat to even keep up with this, all right? I'm an enthusiast. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
But yeah, anyways, yeah. A Silent Voice was on Faku. And I read it before.
Didn't it win an award?
It did. It won an award.
Oh my
I forgot the
God.
award. It doesn't say here in Wiki, but I remember crying. It was a one shot, and I fucking cried.
It was very moving.
It was amazing.
Do they get together?
I think they start dating. I'm not sure. I don't really remember because I read it, and then I'm just like, it's like Peach Girl to me. Like I'll cry every time I read it because it's just so good.
It was really
So what happens,
awfully terribly
he's
good.
this kid who just like wants to be the funny guy. He wants to have the positive attention, but he doesn't know how to have any attention in general unless it's negative
What age
attention.
was he? Let's provide context.
Elementary school.
Elementary,
So
okay.
it's either kids either get positive attention or negative attention. Like my cousin, I got all the positive attention. So what she did, she got negative attention. She would act like a bad kid on purpose because she wasn't getting any kind of attention whatsoever. So any kind of attention was good for this kid. So once this deaf girl came in, he was like, "Oh, this is another way for me to get attention by making fun of this girl and teasing her and bullying her." And then he realizes once he gets called out for his shit, everyone starts bullying. Like, but the thing is, the whole class is bullying her too, right? But then when the teachers and everyone found out, he decided to stand up and take the blame. But then everyone started blaming him before he could even do that, even though they were bullying the girl too. So when she leaves, like everyone's bullying him now, and they're treating him like shit. And he basically spends the rest of his like high school career alone until he gets into like college. And is it college? I don't even know. No, I think it's high school. He spends like the rest of his.
It was middle school where he was fucking up in that regards, and then finally in high school he
meets
realizes
her.
what he did.
Yeah.
And he comes upon
No, he
that
spent his whole time thinking about it. Like, no, he realizes what he did
Yeah.
like, the day she leaves because
all 3 years.
when everyone's been bullying him, he never noticed that she was cleaning up his desk. People were writing shit on his desk all the time, and he thought people were
that
writing
was the
shit on
turning
her
point.
desk.
That was the turning point.
After she left, he realized
Right.
that this whole time she was cleaning up his desk, even though he treated like her, even though he's the one who treated like her the shit.
The rest of those
all the time.
Japanese. Okay, look. So one form of harassment. Okay, well, this is obvious to our readers. The point is that the boy was being harassed by his classmates for being a fucking shithead, and they
But everyone
harassed
was a
him.
shithead too.
No, they were.
Yeah.
They really were. No, I agree with you. They were. But it just sucks because he was just so easily singled out, and they were writing on his desk stating that, like, you're a piece of shit, and they were just, like, harassing him. But then he still cut into her, even though she was trying to make the best of it by erasing all those things written on his desk. That really got to me.
Yeah.
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 That was fucking
Or
awful.
Fucking crying. But
Yeah,
so then
it was
eventually-
very emotional.
Yeah, so then and then when he first met her, he right away did sign language to her, and then that was the end of the one shot. There's just them meeting.
But
And then
it
the
got
story
such a
continued.
good positive reputation,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah,
They had to
dude.
make more.
It was on fucking Faku. Like what the hell? But yeah, then
I first saw it on Faku.
and it's a movie, so everyone at Anime Club's been watching it. But yeah, sorry I got super sidetracked. I mean, this isn't a hentai, but this is on hentai websites.
Well, the purpose of us having this podcast is to discuss hentai to begin with. I'm pretty sure the reason why people who follow your Instagram account is because they are interested in hentai themselves.
Yeah.
We like to talk about hentai. That's really our own.
That's really it.
That's our only objective. Hentai? You like it? You want to talk about it? Join this podcast.
Yep.
Anywho,
We're tired.
I'm Daddy.
We're done. My name's Honey.
And
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to Quack.